Hey everyone, it's John Gonzalez from MLive.com and Michigan's Best. And right now, we're going back to Grand Ledge, Michigan, to the Hard Knocks food truck. Yes, a food truck. We were there for Michigan's Best Fish Fry. And we're going to follow up and catch up with the owners, Lee and Abbi Burmeister, because they have an incredible story to tell. It's all coming up next on the Michigan's Best podcast. Okay, Lee, Abbi, Grand Ledge, Michigan, the Codfather, long lines. How's it been going since we visited for Michigan's Best Fish Fry?
Well, it's crazy.
I'm not joking.
Every day, but Fridays are exceptionally crazy.
So I'm not joking when I say long lines. Abbi, can you just give me an idea of when Lee sent me the photo, a text of one of the lines, I'm like, that can't be real.
That's real. So after our first article with you, our first interview with you, we showed up that Friday, and by 3:00 there was a line around the building of people, and it just was unbelievable. It's awesome. It's fantastic. We're having people from all over the state, from Schoolcraft, from Kalamazoo. We had somebody last Friday from Wisconsin who had to come check it out and love the fish. So it's been fantastic. We're so busy at some points we can't even answer the phone because there's so many people in line, but it's been tons and tons of fun to meet all these new people.
Yeah, it's a great story. I loved writing about what you're doing there in Grand Ledge at your little food truck in front of Sanctuary Spirits there, and I had the chance to come out there and experience it myself, and I can't picture it other than seeing the photos. I really can't picture it because when I was there, I mean, I got there a little early and the lines already had just started, so I knew you had been busy over the last several weeks. But but to put it into perspective. Lee, how many dinners were you doing a couple of weeks ago versus after the article came out?
Before you, we were maybe around 200.
And that's a lot still.
It is a lot, yeah. For sure. Now we're pushing past 300. Last week was 325.
How are you guys keeping up? Because it's a small, most food trucks are a small space. I know that you have a friend or two helping out, but how are you guys managing it? I mean, what's a typical night like on a Friday night now?
It's orchestrated chaos. We all have about 1.5 foot bubble, and really, everybody knows exactly what they have to do, how they have to do it. It's very, very well oiled.
Yeah.
So the freezer is all the way in the front of the food truck, and the fryer's in the back. So when it's time for fries, we load a case of them up and slide them across the floor to the back of the truck, and then they pick them up out of the case and put it back into his station.
We have it down to a science, that's for sure.
But you're the Codfather, though. I mean, you can tell people to move, right? Can't you use your voice and say, I can't do a good Codfather.
There's mutiny if I flex too much.
All right, I heard Lee's version, Abbi, of how he got the Codfather name. Why don't you give me your version of it?
Yeah, so it's been years he's been the Codfather, and it's always been kind of a joke. We always joke that he was the Codfather. We used hashtag Codfather in all of our social media posts to get people engaged and involved and kind of laughing at the fish fry trend that is Lent. And it's kind of become part of his persona. Every year around this time of year, he becomes the Codfather, and that's what we do. And we've done fish fries in the past, and one thing I told him was, I will never do a fish fry in the food truck. I will never ever do a fish fry in the food truck. It's too small. It's too crazy. People love your fish too much. There's no way. And here we are, proving me wrong yet again.
That's funny because you're referring to when you had a place where you actually would, a brick and mortar place where people would come in and get their fish fry. And I can see what you're talking about, like, there's no way we're doing this insanity in a food truck.
Yeah. And it's insanity. And but it's fun. It's super fun, especially since we've had your article. It's been fun to meet new people and see all these people come from everywhere and love Lee's food. It's been really, really fun.
All right.
You
So
took the hashtag and made it something real to people.
Yeah, we get calls saying, I want 2 Codfather meals. Is this the Codfather? Is the Codfather working? Can I talk to him? People come up to the window, hey, Codfather! And Lee turns around and waves. And so it's been really, really fun.
So you made it a very real thing now.
I'm sorry, what was that?
You made it a very real thing now.
Oh, yeah, you are a real thing. Well, I'll tell you, you are doing a real thing there in Grand Ledge at this food truck. But Lent is over. So, Lee, what's the big news here? I know that this is the first Friday after Lent. So, what's the plan? Are you going to go back to barbecue and just burgers? What's the plan? What's the deal?
We're still doing fish. We're still cooking. The demand is there, and there's still people that have unsuccessfully tried to get a piece of the action the last 3 weeks. So we're carrying on. Probably, I'm not going to guarantee, but hopefully through April or to the end of April.
Okay.
If the demand is there and the people, if the people want it, we're going to do our best to give it to them.
You said that the demand is there and some people have not been successful. I know that you're opening up at 3 o'clock. You're from 3 to 8 now instead of 4 to 8. Abby, what kind of waits are people? I know that this is real, right? I mean, you have it's a small food truck, a small parking lot. It's not that small. There's a lot of room in the back, but you're going to have to wait, right?
Yeah, right. And we only have one fryer. So, our space doesn't have the capacity to have 6 fryers that we probably could use at this point to keep ticket times down and people, happy and getting food right away. So people have been super patient, understanding. We get the most people right between that 4 and 5 o'clock hour. It's pretty chaotic. And then, we kind of catch up from there. People ask me all the time, how do I get the fish? I've been trying. I always tell them, come at 6:30 because there's nobody at 6:30 and we usually have some fish left. But we've gotten some weeks where it's up to 2-hour wait because we just are so backed up on orders and our fryer is doing the fastest that it can, the best that it can to get fish out. But there's only so much we can do. We're a food truck.
Did you say a 2-hour wait?
2-hour wait. Yeah.
And this is most times after people have stood in line for 30 minutes. And bless their hearts, most all of them are happy to do it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Wait, no big deal. I just want the fish.
Everybody's feedback is that it's worth the wait. They just want the food. And most times, we had a family last week who came and ordered. They went grocery shopping at Meijer and then came back. People go inside Sanctuary and enjoy some cocktails before their dinner is ready. So don't let the 2-hour wait scare you, John.
No, and it is worth it. I had your walleye and your cod, of course. And when I was there, and I ate inside Sanctuary Spirits, so it was ideal. It was a windy day that day, so I couldn't stay outside that long. I'd blow away, right, Lee? Us guys would blow away.
Yeah, I mean, really, we thought the food truck was going to tip over.
But I have not checked in with Sanctuary Spirits. I would imagine their business is up as well.
Yeah, they've been pretty busy, pretty packed. We go in at the end of the night just to check in with them and let them know that we're done and we're leaving. And it's always busy. Last Friday I walked in, everybody started clapping when they saw me walking with my Hardneck shirt on. They were all eating fish and burgers and having a good time. So I think that it's a win-win situation, that's for sure. And the taco trucks in the back, ponchos. So some people are getting chips and salsa while they wait for our fish. To have a snack on the way. So it's a win-win for everybody at this point.
Yeah, I thought I should come over and do a follow-up story of hanging out with the Mexican food truck in the back, because I wonder if they're getting extra business as well. And they make great food there.
Yeah, they do. They make fantastic food, and they are. We were worried about that in the beginning. We didn't want to take business from anybody else. We want to support small business as a small business ourselves, and they love having us. They make sure to get their fish order in about 2:30 to make sure they can eat our food before everybody else. So we make sure we feed them, and then they're getting lots of good business from having our crowd there as well. So it's been awesome.
So the next time I come out there, Lee and Abby, I have a new headline in mind. Okay. Because we're not going to focus on fish. We're going to focus on something else. And Lee, we're going to call you the Burmeister.
Burmeister Burger?
Yeah, because your last name is what?
Burmeister.
Burmeister. I mean, you're just like, one great concept after another. But your burgers, my friend, unbelievable. Can I say this out loud? No one's listening. It was Lent when I was there, and it was a Friday, so I cheated and had meat. Don't tell anyone.
Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anyone. God did give me dispensation for a work assignment. He said he's cool. But those burgers, tell me about your burgers. They were just something else, new level.
Yeah, I try. I mean, really, it's the quality beef. It's the method of cooking. There's the great debate, thick burger or smash burger.
Yeah.
And there's a quote that I can't say, but it's from a comedian, and he said people who like thick burgers are, and I'm not gonna.
Right. Gotcha.
No, find it yourself.
Yeah. But your smash burgers, yeah, you do smash burgers.
Yes. Yeah, we do smash burgers. We get a custom ground beef blend, sirloin, chuck, and brisket.
Yeah.
And it's always fresh, always fresh. We get it custom ground right before we serve it. So that's how that works.
And people love the knockout sauce. So Lee created a burger sauce called knockout sauce. That's phenomenal. In the summertime, when I'm not teaching, we sell it by the jar, and I get people asking me all the time for knockout sauce. Our kids eat it on burgers and pizza and eggs, and it doesn't matter if we eat it on everything in our house. But people love that burger sauce that Lee's created.
Yeah, that knockout burger with that knockout sauce was what I tried, and I was going to mention the sauce because I think you should bottle that up and sell it for sure. It's that good.
Definitely not what you would think of a traditional burger sauce. It is not ketchup, mustard, and relish.
Exactly. Yeah, they're just the ingredients all come together. So that's what I love about your story is that you're doing fish, this incredible huge volume of fish on a Friday. And then at the same time, you can have a burger. That's got to be a challenge for you to like keep that grill going, and then the fryer going in a small space.
Yeah. It gets a workout. It really does.
Our poor truck. Every Saturday morning when we look at our truck and apologize because it's been through the ringer between burgers and between the fryer with the fish and the amount of food that we're pumping out in that short 5-hour span is just unbelievable. And Mrs. Odin, the Mastiff that needs lots of attention.
Odin needs some love. Quit ignoring me.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I know that we don't want to take up a lot of time. You're both busy, and we're doing this early in the morning. But real quick, your story, your love story is unbelievable. You guys have an incredible bond, and you got married in Hell, Michigan, which we covered in the story that I wrote for MLive. What is it, Lee? What is it about this woman why does she stay with you?
Yeah, why do I stay with you?
I ask her honestly daily, what do you see in me? I don't know. I convinced one of the best women in the world to marry me for some reason, but I got her. So it's not my good looks. It might be my sense of humor, but I'm going with it's my ability to cook.
There you go. And Abby, when you met him, did you see this potential he had in food?
Yeah, for sure. So that's Lee's passion. Lee's a very passionate person. He loves, what he does. He loves his family. He works hard to support everybody and keep everything balanced. But the biggest passion that he has is for food and for making people happy through his food and connecting with them. And that's just something that is super, super rare, I think, to find a person who has found their passion. I'm a teacher, so teachers always have their passion. We're passionate about what we do. And so I was looking for that in my match, and I found it in Mr. Burmeister here, the Godfather.
The Godfather and Burmeister, both in one shot. Good job, baby. So the food truck, you're open Fridays only, from 3 to 8 right now. What about what happens in a couple of weeks at the end of April going into the summer? Are you going to expand the number of days? Are you going to move locations, barbecue full time? And what's the plan? What's the future for the knockout?
It's unsure of right now.
Hard knock, not the knockout. We could rename you guys the knockout food truck, right? The Hard Knocks food truck.
Yep. So we switch our menus up seasonally, basically, or sometimes weekly, depending on how my ADHD is going. But we're gonna carry the fish menu for a little bit, and then we'll switch back. We'll bring up some originals, the Redwood chicken sandwich, keep the burgers going, and then bring barbecue back through the summer. Now the barbecue won't be an every time we're open thing. I think we're planning on doing that Sundays only. at least right now. Again, everything changes with the wind.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be doing barbecue through the summer. And, last fall we did chicken parmies and meatball heroes and stuff like that. So we're kind of always pushing the envelope of what we can do through the window of that food truck. And, I can't turn my back on the old favorites. Everybody knew me and remembers me from barbecue. So we're going to continue to do that, just on a very high quality, limited quantity.
Right. So Abby, will you be open then more than just Friday nights?
Yes, we for sure will. So we are booking up for the summer. We'll be traveling. We do the Mulliken Farmers Market on Wednesday nights because that's where we live. Those are our people in Mulliken.
Mine too.
Yeah. And so we do that on Wednesday nights. We're looking into possibly doing Portland's Farmers Market on Saturdays. We've got a couple events booked with Michigan Barnwood and Salvage. That's out in Mason. So as soon as I get freed up from teaching, that opens up our possibilities a little bit more with me being able to focus more on the food truck with having one job kind of cater off for the summer. So we for sure are looking to be open at least 3 days a week, possibly more once summer hits. But the great thing about a food truck is the possibilities are endless. We could be anywhere. We could have any menu. So we always tell people just follow us on Facebook to see where we'll be and what we'll have, because like Lee said, it changes sometimes with the wind.
Well, thank you both for joining us today on the podcast and on the show. What do you want people to know, Lee? I asked you this before. What do you want people to know about what you do? Because if you're going to wait 2 hours for fish, or and when you get busy during the summer during barbecue and other times, what do you want them to know while they're waiting in line about your food?
A great question. I guess the only way I could answer that realistically is, everything I tell my employees on the food truck is, if you're going to serve it, it's going to be the best that you can do, the best that we can do. You're going to want that to be the most memorable thing that you ate. And that's what we shoot for. That's what we strive for is, it doesn't have to be picture perfect food in a world of, photographed food.
Right.
But it has to be the best that we can do. And that's what we shoot for. If we're going to serve something, it may not be the best, but it's going to be the best that we can do and the best you might be able to find around. So
Awesome.
That's kind of how we do it.
Abby, and anything you want to add to those that have been really, they're coming out, they're being patient, and you had this intense following. Now it's even more intense. Yeah. What do you want to say to them?
I just thank you so much for coming out and for supporting us. And it's been awesome to meet everybody. Like I said before, we have a lot of fun on the food truck. I am the social butterfly of the food truck. So I enjoy talking to people and hearing their story and being able to share our story. And the best part is the ending, where they get to have Lee's food be a part of their story and want to come back and see us again. So it's been super, super awesome. Thank you so much, John, for all that you've done for us.
Well, thank you both for sharing your story and your food as well. And we'll see you soon in Grand Ledge, or maybe Mulliken for Mulliken days. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. All right, take care, everyone. Have a great time. If you want to know more about Michigan's Best, go to mlive.com/Michigan's Best. Have a great day.